right, let's take you now to Tambo International Airport, where we find once again Dludla, who is tracking the developments around Janusz Walus for us. Calvin, when we spoke to you a short while ago, you were telling us that, of course, you were still catching your breath, but also the fact that you were still trying to establish as to how things will then unfold. Do we have a better sense of where things stand now?
Good afternoon to you, Ubongi Wezwane, and to our SABC viewers at home. You would remember earlier that there was a chaos that erupted down there when we were expecting Janusz Walus to come in, to get out of one of the vans from Border Management Authority and get inside the airport and be deported. But law enforcement agencies noticed that there's a media there and they didn't want us to cover that, so they took him to one of the entrances. So we were unable to manage to see him. But where we are, we are monitoring flights. We were told by our sources here, those in the know, that the flight that will take him back to Poland will depart from here. So we were told that he is supposed to depart at around 7:30, which means it's an hour and 30 minutes from now. So we are monitoring that situation now. I have to tell our viewers that Janusz Walus was convicted after he was found guilty of murdering Chris Martin Tembisileane, the former South African Communist Party leader, with accomplice that would be Clive W. Lewis back in 1993. So today is one of the biggest days in South Africa. It will stay in history because Janusz is now going back to Poland, and people are asking themselves questions, including the question of who told him or who sent Janusz Walus to assassinate Chris. And you'd remember that that caused chaos, and in 1993, and chaos erupted and the country was up in arms when Chris was assassinated. I was young at that time, Bongewa. I remember very well. I was still in primary, but I remember that incident very well. And today I'm reporting about such an incident that took many years ago. And I have to say that we are at the Tambo International Airport. We are waiting for Janusz Walus to leave South Africa. I can assure you, I spoke to some of the sources here, and they told us that today Janusz Walus is going back. He is going back to Poland rather. So the Polish is going back home today, and unfortunately we didn't manage to capture that moment. We wanted to see him getting out of the van and getting inside the Tambo International Airport and be deported back home to Poland. But we will camp and we will make sure that we get such a visual as we are camping here, monitoring the situation. I have to say that we have been granted by the management here at Tambo to broadcast such historic events. But for now, there's nothing happening. We are just monitoring flights. If there's something that is taking place, I will shout back to you in studio.
All right, Calvin, thank you very much for that update there. You heard from Calvin Dludla, it seems. The flight that will be taking Janusz Walus back to Poland set to depart at around 7:30. So stay tuned to SABC News. We'll bring you a blow-by-blow account of this particular story.